Wow,
Okay.
I deface Nick Blood's poster for you as an art project.
Alright. So is there anybody controlling the lights right now? Lights?
Lights?
She wants disco lights.
Can we turn up the lights in the audience so we can see them on camera?
Is that possible?
Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. And then Reba, you're gonna come up here. This is gonna be this whole choreographed thing. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good. Okay, so she's gonna come up here. I need you all to stand up and dance for a minute. And if you don't know the words to the song, just kind of like, and then do that. Okay, ready? All right, everybody up.
On your feet.
On your feet. Oh my gosh.
I didn't know this was happening either, so. What should you draw on Nick Blood's face?
So far, we got his winking eye, the rest of his mouth, sticking a tongue out, and you can decide what this is. It depends on how old you are.
I believe there are some children in the audience. So.
There are children, so that's why I'm saying you can decide what it is. It has very many parameters. It could be anything from age 8 down to, like, you know, NC 17 up. Any recommendations, guys? Come on. Mustache, bunny ears, great.
Pirate patch.
Pirate, well, the eye.
What is it?
Over his other eye?
Yes.
Okay. Whiskers. I like that. All right. We can also answer questions in between this.
Yes.
Hi, guys.
I'll start asking some questions. Guys, I imagine working on a show like Arrow, it must feel a little bit like being in a bubble that then bursts when you come to an event like this, in a nice way. What is it like getting to meet all these crazy, in a lovely way, fans?
It's so fantastic, especially the cosplayers. You guys just go above and beyond. So seeing somebody dressed up as your costume or as Arrow or as Speedy or anybody else is just wonderful, and being able to say hi, make you dance, make you work, sorry, hashtag not sorry, is wonderful, and it's so good to be able to say hi face to face and thank you for supporting us, and but also for us, just being able to get the love and feedback and knowing that you love our show and what we do, just kind of encourages us to keep going.
I 110% agree with everything she just said, and yeah.
One of the big mysteries this season on Arrow, of course, was who was in that grave. Were you guys speculating like mad throughout the season?
We all got to work on the first day of the first season, having had read that script maybe 3 days before that. And obviously, at the end of the script, we could see, what are you writing there? No!
Says Willa loves you.
It's already out. I gotta find a way to deface it. Okay, hold on just 1 second. But let me answer this question. So we got there and we were just like, so guys, you've all read the script? Yeah, no, we read it, yeah. What's at the end of it? Who? What? Clearly, we obviously all knew that it wasn't Steven because it was him standing there, and the rest of us all looked at each other in the Arrow cave and we're like, so it's basically anyone. And we're just like, for a second, we're like, should we fight for it?
Draw straws.
Draw straws, yeah.
Yeah, draw straws. And then, you know, it just became this thing where after about 6 months of not hearing a single answer on who it was, we all kind of forgot. And then they threw that scene where Oliver walks to the car to see Felicity, and they were like, guys, why do you gotta do this? It was really painful and evil, and all I gotta say is that end result was really depressing.
We've lost so many amazing characters and actors from the show at this point. Which of the dearly departed do you most wish could return to the show, each of you?
Honestly, it's really hard to say because all three of the major deaths that we've had on our show, being Colin in season 1, Moira in season 2, and now Katie, they were all so very painful. Just on the case that from the pilot, the original 6 of us just became so close. And in between the months that we weren't doing the show and we were actually not even sure if it got picked up for season 1, we all still hung out because from the pilot we built such a great relationship together. And then, at first one got knocked and then another got knocked, and then it just started to become a way that we learned we're going to have to deal, with the show. It's natural progression that people leave or have to be killed in very dramatic, horrifying ways. But it has hurt for pretty much everybody nonetheless. But I will say the most recent one stung the most, just in the sense that we had 4 years together rather than the 1 year or the 2 years. Mm-hmm. Not saying that any of them they were all so very painful and so hard to say goodbye to, but 4 years is twice as many as 2, so it was I can do math, and I can say that I was sad.
This panel started with a dance party, and now we're talking about people dying. I feel like I've accidentally lowered the tone hugely.
Yeah, no, we can get really dark and depressing if you guys want to. I'm ready to go.
Let's talk about something fun. Crossovers, way.
That's depressing.
Is it?
Because it kills us.
Right.
But no, it's also really exciting.
What is it like when you've got everyone on set all at once?
Well, I think it's something that most people watching this show don't take into consideration, and it's something that I do know that everybody in Los Angeles that is like the power up that can, our bosses don't necessarily pay attention to this factor either. But, we all do 23 episodes each. All of our shows are at least an hour episode each. All of us have 8 days to accomplish each of our own episodes. So when we're doing a crossover, even just with The Flash, somehow we have to produce 2 hours of television all of a sudden, only in that same 8-day window. So it's doubled, but also not only are we doubling the amount of work we have to do, but we also have twice the amount of cast members all of a sudden. So it just seems like physically impossible. You would think that they would give us twice the amount of time to do it too. Hopefully they maybe figure that out this year. We'll see. Because we're doing
a 4-way, right?
Yeah, we're doing a 4-way. So I'm really scared and also really excited. But it's something that we all have been knowing what's going to happen, really amped about the idea, because I want to go to Legends. I want to go back in time real bad. And I want to go to Earth 2, do some cool stuff in Earth 2. But it's something that all of us keep talking about. We're just of course we're excited to make it happen. We're so grateful that we get to do this and play with this, but also we just don't know how it's going to work. We're like, how can you do this? There's going to be about 35 of us then.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, thanks. I just got to be honest. It's hard.
Well, talking about Earth 2, and you see these parallel world doppelgangers, what would you like Thea's doppelganger and Nissa's doppelganger to be like?
I keep saying this to the producers, and now that Andrew is overrunning Flash and Legends and stuff, I've tried to pitch this to Guggenheim, whatever, to get him to say it to everybody else. But I think that Thea should be seen in Earth 2 as Artemis with a yellow cape. Just saying. Sorry. I need a cape. Okay.
Is there a hashtag? Can we tweet anything to
yeah,
make that happen?
Hashtag Speedy with a cape, Thea with a cape. I don't care. Just get me a cape, guys.
Hashtag Willa Cape?
Willa Cape, whatever. I just need to be the first person on the DC shows to have a cape.
I'll tell you what, she wore one yesterday and
It's
she
not Supergirl.
she rocked it pretty hard, so I think it would be appropriate.
I look really good with the cape. I got this real good like whip thing that I can do.
Yeah, she just looks
I've been planning on it for the last 5 years of my life, so I've been practicing and I'm ready.
Right, I'm sure there are hundreds and hundreds of fan questions, so if you guys want to start assembling either behind that mic there or that one over there, and while you do that I will ask a few more questions, don't be shy. So guys, what do you know at this point about Arrow Season 5? How much do you know? How much can you tell us?
I know exactly as much as you guys know.
There's a guy named James.
Oh, that's right, but I think you guys told me that.
Yeah.
So I actually didn't even know that information until I came here. Yeah, apparently there's a big bad named James. I cannot necessarily confirm nor deny its actual reality, but I have heard it. I can confirm that there will be the Supergirl Flash Legends Arrow 4-way crossover. Again, cannot confirm that we will successfully finish it. And I can confirm that we are all, even though we separated for a little bit towards the end, I mean, who doesn't come back in this show? We'll all be back.
Including Colton Haynes, I understand.
Yeah, I get my boyfriend back. Well, who knows if they're gonna make us actually happy together? That's what we keep wanting. I don't think that they will ever let anyone really be happy. But I can say that I am going to fight for us to be fighting side by side. I really want to see both of us in our costumes. So, boom.
Can you just keep Colton this time as well? Can you just hang on to, physically hang on to
Well,
it?
so this is something I also have told him, and he's fully aware and has also signed a 1-year agreement saying that he's okay with it. Basically, even if he only signs on to do 1 episode, the moment he lands in Vancouver, I'm throwing him in a cage and keeping the key, and he can't go anywhere. And I just will keep him in my apartment and just I'll feed him maybe twice a day. I'll just get him on a nice puppy routine. It'll be great.
So with that mental image of Colton Haynes in a cage, let's go over to fan questions. We'll start over here, and then we'll go over here, and we'll zigzag back and forth. So, you first.
And she has so much reverence for her father growing up that she basically did whatever he asked her to do, whether that be live here, eat this way, train this way, or kill that person. And in my life, I've always been a little bit more defiant, independent thinking than that. And I also don't view the world as black and white or right or wrong. I see very much that there's a gray area and there's always room to traipse back and forth and there's always a reason, whereas this is no, this is right, so therefore you can live, and this is wrong, and therefore you die. Or my daddy told me to do it, and that's that. So it was kind of fun to be and it's also really empowering, and you can see why people in real life would go, I want to stick to black and white, because there's so much power in that and thinking that I am absolutely right and that everything else is wrong. So for me to step into those shoes for a minute and kind of have that absolute authority over myself and the world around me was really interesting, because I do not have that in real life, and I'm always well, maybe they did it because of this, and maybe it wasn't that bad because they were thinking this, and maybe they have mommy issues and daddy issues and blah blah. Whereas this would be you just need to die. So.
Yeah. I would say things that I have in common with Thea. Some of them, were just a couple years off. When I started the show, I was 20, so I kind of hopped out of the whole teenage angst things. But some of you guys remember the OC. Some of that stuff was all real. It's fine. I'm a grown-up. I can admit it. But the growing up part of it and her finding her own kind of, her newfound, really, at this point, independence and her own strength is something that I really resonate with, because I have had a very independent childhood and independent life, and it's something that I've had a lot of fun having in common with her, is that we don't need nobody. We got ourselves. We got what we need. Sorry. I'm so tired, guys. I'm so sorry.
We're trying to hold it together, real hard.
It's
They keep looking at the lights, and I'm oh, they're so pretty.
I just keep thinking that I'm using maybe a quarter of my brain right now, and I'm so sorry. I'm so apologetic for it. I'm surprised I can still remember my own name and the alphabet. Yeah, next question.
Yay!
My question is for Katrina. Not an Arrow question, but I know that NBC are working on a reboot of Xena Warrior Princess, and you would be my personal choice to play Xena. I was wondering if that opportunity came up, it would be something you were interested in.
You know what, there are certain characters where I feel like the original person did such a great job with them, and I know some time has passed, but I feel like not enough time has passed. So every now and then I'm kind of like, oh, I would never want to be Catwoman because Michelle Pfeiffer was still the bomb. So that's kind of how I think, and I would never want to have to live up to that pressure because actually I'm just really lazy and insecure. So is what it comes down to. And same thing, I think Lucy Lawless does such an amazing job with Xena that I'm kind of like, I don't know that I would want to have to take over and try to hold up that mantle because she was so great at it. Plus I can't do that trill yell thing that she does. And also after Spartacus, I don't know that I want to work out that hard to have to wear that outfit anymore. Because those were like 3:30 a.m. wake up calls to go to the gym and then go to set for 12 hours, and that was not fun. Donuts though are fun. But also you know, I'm on a new show right now, so hopefully that goes really well, so hopefully the opportunity doesn't come up, because that means the show is going and it's successful, so fingers crossed.
What's your most favourite and memorable scene you've done?
Ooh. My favorite scene is probably when I shot Oliver in the arm when he was all Raza Ghoulie.
Just being a jerk.
Yeah, he was just being a jerk, and he was about to hurt Diggs, and I was like, no, bro. That was cool, because I was actually the first person on the show that ever actually got something through him like that. It was real cool. And I think altogether, I don't know. I mean, as much as I was just, you know, saying somewhat seemingly slightly negative things about the crossovers, when we are doing the crossovers, it's just so much fun because, like, it's really hard for us to actually get the work done because we're all just really good buddies getting to hang out together, and it's just like we're all hanging out at a nice group dinner or something, but we're actually working, and we have to pay attention to that.
I think one of my favorite scenes, and not because it was necessarily, you know, great, but it was entertaining for the two of us, was when Katie Thoughts and I first had our scene together, and like Atlin, my double, goes down the little silk thing, and then like I pop up, crazy, and then I'm like, you don't know if I'm gonna like murder her or whatever, and then I end up kissing her, and it was just so interesting because we're both kind of like, okay, let's do this, I'm gonna fully commit to this, but it was weird because I don't normally kiss down and she doesn't normally kiss up, or like it was just weird, like trying to figure out the dynamics and be really professional about the whole kissing thing was just really awkward and funny and just comical, and all the guys on set were like, you guys look great.
Yeah, you guys look really great. Can you just hold that? Sorry, I need to move this light, and it's going to take me like 35 seconds, now the 35 seconds.
Keep practicing.
45 more.
Yeah. Or the another funny moment was when Stephen and Mel and I figured out, well, we were told we were getting married, and then Stephen just had jokes for days, and every 5 seconds he'd be like, so in the morning I like my eggs to be sunny side up. I was like, so yeah, I think just the joking on set is probably some of the most memorable stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Thanks.
Hi, so on Legends of Tomorrow, we were briefly introduced to Talia. I was wondering if she'd be introduced as a grown-up in any of the other shows, and if there's going to be more family feuds or family drama or anything like that.
Legally, I don't know if that's going to happen because with the DC movies versus the DC television, because right now Batman's still so popular and they're making the movies and blah, 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 and Talia's still part of that world. I don't know that we can get her onto the show. But I think it would be awesome if and when that ever happened to have the sisters kind of duking it out and then seeing like the daddy relationship going on and everything that happens. And then at that point, who knows, maybe Batman could enter and, you know, it'd just be fun. It just opens up a whole new door of possibility. So I think it'd be great if it happened.
Life would be a lot easier if DC just kept using us. Just gonna say that. I mean, Marvel, I'm not not to say anything against you Marvel fans, but, you know, the one thing that they do right is they mix in the two on their television to movies. The rest of it is bull hockey. Bull hockey, whatever it is. I don't know. I can't say anything. But you know what I mean if you're a hardcore DC fan. We just got it.
I do like the Black
story.
Widow. I think she's
Sorry. I'm just talking out loud and I shouldn't be.
Thank you.
And we've got time for just one more question, so I'll go over here.
If you could be any DC hero or villain, who would it be?
I am Batman. I mean, it's not even something you guys need to clap for. I appreciate it, but isn't it already a wealth of knowledge that everybody has? That I'm Batman.
Yeah, I would be Speedy, who suddenly develops a crush on Nissa.
It's working. Will you be mine? Yeah. No, don't tell Sarah. Can I twiddle your funny ear?
That just got really inappropriate, guys. I'm so sorry.
There's children. There's children.
Well, on that, sorry, I'm blushing. On that amazing note, that is all our time, unfortunately. So please join me in thanking the amazing Katrina Law.